I'm like, you're kidding me. I gotta look that up. So I went over to the computer, started Googling Batman's nipples. And now I have Batman's nipples all up and down my search engine. And that's how I got fired from my church job. Toys R Us recently closed, and I was in there. I was picking up some action figures for my kid, right? And I go up to the counter, I put the action figures on the counter, and the cashier looks at me and she goes, "Hi, would you like a free Ouija board?" And I go, "Why? What's wrong with it?" She said, "Nothing." What happened was a little Sicilian old lady, she came in, slammed it on the counter. She said, "Take it, I don't want it." She said, "But miss, we're closing, I can't give you a refund." She said, "Just take it." Right? So then she reaches into her tiny little purse, pulls out this huge crucifix, starts doing her prayers in Italian, and she walks out the door. Right? And I'm looking at this thing, I go, hell, if it's free, it's for me. You know, it's great, because later tonight you hear the children giggling, but I was home alone. Got any wrestling fans in the audience? Yeah. Woo! Wrestling? Really? A lot? Woo! Give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah! Yeah! All right. So now the problem with gun control. Yeah, I'm gonna do the joke anyway. All right. The problem with gun control is that you have to keep your gun locked up, right? So if you have a trespasser, you have to run. You have to go and lock your gun. I live in a house full of wrestling fans. So we keep steel chairs strategically placed around the house. If somebody breaks in, you either have to elbow drop your trespasser through a table, or keep him in a Ric Flair figure four leg lock until the cops arrive. Woo! Thank you, thank you. I'm actually proud of that one. I actually got to see that one. Normally it's like, hey, any wrestling fans around? You hear crickets and you're like, any more wrestling fans around? Oh God. The symptoms of attention deficit disorder are short-term memory loss, depression, and short-term memory loss. Which means I'll walk around completely sad and not remember why. The upside to having short-term memory loss is that I can rewatch sitcoms, mystery shows, and Scooby-Doo. Yeah! I'm digging this crowd tonight. This is a great crowd. Give yourself an applause. Thank you. Which, by the way, there's more comics than there are of any of you right now. Expect to see daylight by the time you walk out. I also suffer from an acute case of dyslexia, which means that I should never have been filing paperwork for most of my military career. They originally wanted me coming in as an air traffic controller. I don't even know how I got into the Navy. I wouldn't even hire me. I mean, like, first off, I have a deep fear of fish, deep fear of ocean life. Yes, I do. And one time in boot camp, I did a jump off the high dive and I drowned. I don't even talk right. Could you picture me talking to these pilots as an air traffic controller? Jet Air 45. I mean Jet Air 54. I'm sorry, what were we talking about? You know, after the military, I signed a whole new. After the military, I signed a whole different kind of contract, and I got myself a whole new commanding officer. I call her spouse. Hello, spouse. You know, thank you. Now, when we got married, her brother actually came up to me. He's like, "Look, I gotta thank you. I really thought that she was gonna grow old to be a crazy cat lady." Right? And I just gotta say, let me get a little comfortable here. My wife dressed me today, by the way. And for those of you in the back, there's a cat with the Superman emblem, lasers pointing out and shit.
I thought you would love it, Jack.
Thank you. Be a little Canadian, eh? Yeah. I got my mullet. Let's play some hockey. And, yeah, eh? I once had an ex-girlfriend who gave me a pet name, like a real pet name, like Mr. Snuggles. Because I was so cute and so adorable. Yes, I was. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I was. Right? Now, she would scratch my belly and make my legs shake. She would take me out for walks every day. She would take these pills and slip them in my food. She said the pills were for heartworms. I knew that I knew I had to break up with her when she got me a custom-made watch for Christmas. I would get a look of shock every time I walked past the driveway. So, after the breakup, she stuffed me in a burlap sack and she chucked me on the side of the Southern State Parkway. Love that joke. And, you know, I'm also a musician, which brings me to an old joke. What do you call a musician that just broke up with his girlfriend? Homeless. Thank you. That's all the time I got tonight. Thank you very much. You're a great crowd. You guys were awesome. Thank you.